burnt toast, rancid butter, dried blood. Good morning, world. Time to limply fumble at your throat before collapsing into muttered apologies and backpedaling. Burnt toast was better than no toast at all. Note: debatable, as was seen at the last conference of grilled grains and olfactory devices that was held in Copenhagen in 1987. Professor Bernhagen was booed from the stage when he proposed dark rye untoasted as the premier form of new toast. You put enough butter on anything and you could eat it. Noah Besden actually looked forward to his burnt toast and butter sandwiches. After all, sometimes there was no butter, and then it was just burnt white bread from the food bank, so glass half full, right? He looked again at the job advertisement as he waited for the bus to arrive, toast protruding from his mouth. It wasn't often that a job ad led with "no experience preferred," so that was a good sign. Probably. He definitely wanted a job that hopefully involved less blood and piss than his current one, or at least a job that wouldn't give him the same recurring nightmares. Even now, he could feel the phantom rasp of the dream, the pull of thousands of small teeth held together in a constellation of prickling points, a blanket of something wet and red that he could never shrug off. At least those were the parts he could remember. Janitorial work was usually his shit. Work nights, listen to podcasts, get your work done way faster than your shift, and all the rest was gravy. But this janitorial job at the bus station on the way out of town was less than ideal. He had had to mop up a pool of blood and teeth once. Blood and fucking teeth. Human teeth, probably. Just in a pool, with no one around to explain why they were there. Although, thinking about it, that was probably the best-case scenario. That was the night he stole a newspaper out of the supply closet on the way home and started looking for jobs. Ad sales and customer management. Note, his actual job title was Opener of Doors Thought Lost and Hound of the Crimson Court, but it would be a long time before he found this out, if in fact he ever did. Had to be better than teeth and blood. It had to. The offices of Printed Matter weren't down a set of dingy stairs lined with trash and time, nor were they in a basement you could only access through an alleyway solely lit by the sodium flare of a single guttering streetlight. Instead, Printed Matter occupied the corner spot of the Langdon Silencio Heights strip mall, between the China Moon restaurant and an obviously failing Play It Again Sports. Noah straightened the always twisting itself knit tie, whose square end, no matter how much he tried to fold it back in on itself, always curled up. He had put it on with his good blue Oxford shirt, and now looked at himself critically in the reflection of the sporting goods store window, a row of faceless mannequins ghosting behind his features. He didn't hate how he looked most days. His nose was long and sharp, yeah, but he thought it made him interesting. And messy dark hair with just the beginning of silver threads in the temples was cool, right? Like what's his name, Dr. Stranger? He probably should have shaved before he came to this interview, but it was only a few days' worth, so fuck it. No experience preferred, right? He had one of those builds people like to call stocky, and they were always surprised when he told them that, technically, according to medical professionals, he was actually 6'1". But that was what it was, and fuck 'em if they couldn't take God's joke. Noah ran a hand through his hair and let out a long breath. Calm the fuck down, dude, he thought to himself. You're interviewing for a job that wants no experience. As long as it's still there, you got this in the bag. Fucking chill, my baby.